Guys, here with another episode of Trainer Confidential. So we got some bodybuilding news today, and we also have some Master Olympia, some competitors that said they're gonna do it. Roster isn't out yet; it comes out in April. But we got a handful of guys. We want to check them out, see what they look like before, what they're looking like now. Big names too, and big dudes, and they're older. So that's awesome. How you doing tonight, Donnie?
I'm doing all right, man. All right.
Yeah. All right, good. Hey,
yeah.
another thing I want to spark out there, you guys. If you guys are liking these videos, please push the like button. Subscribe, push the like button. If you see something we're not doing, you want to see more of something, throw it in the comments. Help support our channel.
We'll take critiques.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. If you guys don't like it, of course, don't push the like button and don't watch it. But if you do, try to support us. We do this all in our own time, and because we love it, and we're trying to help people, and we just love this stuff. So that's why we do it. But at any rate, let's get started. So on bodybuilding news, I want to start off with Leo Longevity first. For those of you guys who don't know, he's a fitness guy and real smart dude too. But I'm going to bring up and he had a YouTube channel, and he died. The news came out on Monday that he was dead, but he'd probably been dead since Thursday or Friday. So that's Leo on the left. That's the crime scene. Actually, the crime scene, well, we don't know if it's a crime or not. It's really fishy, but we don't know that yet. But at any rate, through that door there is where the bathroom was, and that's where he's found dead. I've seen a couple photos of the bathroom. The toilet was actually ripped off the floor. The doorknob on the other side was ripped off. He was laying at the door, and this guy was living with Tony Huge in Thailand. For those of you who don't know Tony Huge, he's I don't like what he preaches. So I don't really follow him too much, but he's a fitness guy. He has he doesn't own an enhanced athlete supplement company, but he's a part of that. If you guys want to read more on him, check him out. But anyway, Leo died, and so that was last week. So that really sucks, and it was ruled a suicide, but actually really hasn't ruled anything yet. It's an investigation. The autopsy came out, but there's no info on that, and feel for the family for that guy. So that really sucks. Did you know much about him, Donnie?
I did not. But I looked at a lot of his content and stuff. He's pretty knowledgeable and everything.
Yeah, he is.
I'm trying to. There was a guru in the 90s. I'm trying to remember what his name was, and he kind of falls along his lines and stuff. As a matter of fact, he died too. So
is that right?
Yeah. And I'll get that name. I should have researched a little bit, but that's who he kind of reminded me of. I put him in pretty much in that camp. And this guy, he was also he experimented with a lot of stuff, and he wrote a pretty popular book back in the 90s. I mean, it was almost a Bible for a lot of people, for a long time and stuff, so, but I just can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but I'll get that squared away here.
Yeah, I believe Leo is only in his 30s. He's younger than me.
This guy, he was pretty young too and stuff. So, from what, I think, I was looked at some other commentations on it and stuff, and I don't think it could have been foul play because he was wedged against, he was up against the door, and if something happened inside, the person would have to move him to, he wouldn't have been there. So, it
was only like, the doorway was like 18 inches or something like that. So for human body, and you're right, to get out of there, but it was just he had some manic episodes that they were talking about. His whole, you can see his room is ripped up. So I think he was battling some head demons, I think. But anyway, we'll find out more on that as it comes. Next topic, Andrew Jacked. I am a big fan. I think this guy is going to go along. This is him right now. So the reason why I want to talk about him is obviously you got a new coach. Chris
Yeah.
Psycho Lewis, and then he's got Chris Osita for his nutrition. Well, I seen a thing on Chris Osita was talking about today. You know, everybody wants to know because he's covering up in the gym now. You're not. This is a rare pick to see him showing his updates. Chris Lewis is a hardcore trainer, probably a lot like you, Donnie. But you know, it just he was afraid that Andrew wouldn't be able to keep up, and you know, and all that. Andrew's like knocking it out. He's really impressed with him. Aceto says he's going to come in the best he's ever looked. So I'm really excited to see what that result's going to be, because this guy, he's going to go a long way, man. He nails that physique, and he's just got a great structure. So for bodybuilding, and I think he's going to go a long way in the sport. What do you think, Donnie?
You know, I'd like to see him fill out probably just a little bit more. He's probably got, like I say, he's really new to the sport, and you can kind of say. I would like to know how long he's been training, though.
I don't think he's been okay, he hasn't been competing that long. As far as training, I heard he hasn't been training that long either, like under 10 years, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Yeah, because you know, I mean, it's like there's some maturity that still needs to happen and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's almost like a Jay when Jay first came in, Jay Cutler and stuff. You know, you could tell he had loads of potential, but he moved up the ranks so fast, you know, that the maturity hadn't caught up to where he was, his status. And I remember just over the years, just watching Jay Cutler's physique just mature each and every time and stuff, you know, and even when he was placing outside of the top 8 and stuff, you know, you had to look at him and stuff, and eventually it just took off and stuff. And I'm thinking he's probably in that same sphere, you know. He got here just on raw genetics, and now he needs to put in, you know, the time and really do the work and stuff, you know. And dude, the sky's the limit for him. I mean, he's got a huge footprint.
He's not even close to his potential yet. I know he's not.
He's not. He's not. And what I see with him, like with his progress pics, I mean, he looks full and everything and stuff, you know. But you know,
he doesn't have the conditioning yet.
Right? Yeah. You know, it's an odd thing. I know, because you know he's full. His fullness is almost like Brandon Curry, but not as bad. You know what I mean? He gets that fullness. But you know, basically, when you're thinking you're getting close to a show, and you're thinking about separations and striations and stuff like that, you know, I mean, and fullness is that's fine too. But you know, but that's what you're looking at primarily when you're talking about conditioning and stuff. And he's nice and full, but boy, I tell you what, if he gets that conditioning nail and stuff, you're talking about another. Phil Heath just on a bigger footprint. That's the thing about Phil. Phil had big muscle bellies, but he would just get so separated in.
He had really thin skin. And do you think that might be why where Andrew's at now? He just hasn't been competing long enough and done enough preps to actually get that skin.
I'm thinking that's a little bit. You know, his maturity has got to catch up to the status that he's at. He's not just a pro bodybuilder. He's already an Olympian. Yeah, he's already competing Olympian. You know, and so and typically, you know, you're pretty much at the top of your game there and stuff. You know, and he still has room to grow, mature, and all that other stuff. So I'm thinking, you know, if he's really vigilant and stuff, a couple of years, you know, and wow, sky's the limit.
Yeah. All right, I agree. I'm really excited to see his progress in the next couple years. Okay, so Masters Olympia. This is pretty exciting. So what do we got? Our first guy, Leonard St. Cyr. This is that's him on the left there is a younger version, and that's him on the right there.
He's never seen this guy.
Do you remember him?
I do not remember him.
Okay, let's see if we get now. Do you remember the biceps there? because he's
No, they're impressive, but I don't remember this guy. I do not remember this guy.
Well, I tried finding competition pics of him, and I found a couple, but they're really tiny and they weren't worth putting on the screen. So he competed, but I think it's been a long, long time. He's a personal trainer. The guy's got some wicked peaks on his biceps, and they're
don't get me wrong. He looks not, but I do not recognize his face and stuff. I've been doing this since the early 70s, 71. I've been following this stuff. So
okay, yeah,
I don't remember this.
Huh. But he's an IFBB pro.
But if he's coming in like that's not how he's looking now, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's how he's looking now.
Is he in his 50s?
He is 50, he's 55.
Yeah, he looks like he's in his 50s, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's him. Wow. That's him now.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
He's always had biceps like that. I guess that's what he was known for, was the biceps.
To me, this is all the more reasons why you should I would say 45, 50, 60.
Yeah.
Because I believe there's some 60-year-olds out there that are probably almost as good as that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So we're gonna go into to Phil next. So I just brought up his page here. Now these are all guys that have said, yes, I am competing in the Olympia. So on Instagram, the Masters Olympia made a page. So that's what I kind of follow, and we find out who's doing what. And this dude is a big dude, and he is 52 years old. No, excuse me. He's 48 years old. This isn't the best pick here. Let's
okay.
See.
But is
there.
It's not bad.
No. And they've been competing, except minus the first guy, they've been competing recently. So you'll remember the next one coming up here. So yeah, he's just a big dude. Big dude.
Yeah, got good structure for the size that he has.
Yeah. And these are recent picks, I believe. These are pretty recent. Again, I didn't find any really younger pics of him. So he may have came in later like me and started bodybuilding or something like that. And
yeah, I don't recognize this guy neither.
Yeah.
I don't recognize this guy.
Kamal. Now we know Kamal. He won the 212 last year and he came in.
Well, I tell you what,
Kamal
is a front runner.
Yep, he's 51 years old. This dude is impressive.
How old is he now?
He's 51.
Yeah, he just turned, yeah.
Yep, he's 51
and
years old.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get some more pictures of him here.
No, he's gonna bring some pretty decent size and just some crazy conditioning. And in Masters, it's all about the conditioning.
Yeah,
it is.
Definitely, because he's an impressive dude. He's not sure how much he weighs. He competes he was in the Open this year, so
he competed. He competed 212. He competed in the 212s, and it's very deceptive because I do those weigh-ins, and typically with us, pros, we can weigh with our clothes on, fully clothed, and I was surprised at how light some people were, even with their clothes on and stuff. So
yeah, you're telling me that.
he's I don't know how tall he is. He's like 5'5", maybe 5'6", something like that. He was
standing next to. I thought I had one of these pictures here, but maybe it's in his full. But he was standing next to Clarita, and he looked about the same height as Clarita.
So and Clarita's like he's under 5'5".
Yeah, he's I think he's like 5'2" or 5'3" or something like that.
But you know what? If he brings conditioning like what I'm seeing right now and stuff, he's definitely the front runner. Not unless Sean decides to get in it.
How old is Sean?
Sean is in his 40s. I don't think he's quite 45 yet, though.
Okay.
And I think 45 is a cutoff for the Masters Olympia.
Oh, yeah, it's 45. That is just nuts. If you're a little guy
it's not a young person's sport.
No, it really isn't. because you don't ripen until you get older anyway. I mean, that's just the way it is. That
Even
you gotta have time.
yeah,
Get that mature muscle
even
look.
the yeah, even all of the physique genres, is not just bodybuilding, but women's figure, the whole night. As you get older, I mean, that maturity starts kicking in,
Hmm.
and wow, it's there's definitely a difference. It's one of those things. It's like porn. You can't explain it, but you know it when you see it.
Hmm.
You can't explain maturity, but when they see it, they know it. You know.
Yeah, I know what
Oh,
you're.
that's what he's talking about.
I know what you're saying. I've seen it on myself because, in the last year especially, that
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
just been doing it enough, and my muscles have not. I've grown a little bit, but not much. But they definitely have a different look to them, and that's the
Right. Yeah.
maturity.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna get and that's what it's about. The look, actually.
Yeah, yeah. So Kamal, man, he so far, yeah, he's definitely the front
Front
runner.
runner.
Okay,
He's a
now
front
we got
runner.
this dude. This is Johnny Jackson. I was pretty impressed with this dude. He's considered one of the strongest bodybuilders. Now Stan Efferdine, I don't know if this is
And
a
he
fake
is. Yeah.
on paper or something like that, but Stan Efferdine is the world's strongest bodybuilder. I don't know
Right.
how they come up with that. Probably because they're power lifters, but this dude's a power lifter, and
Right.
he's a pretty big dude, pretty strong. So
Yeah. He's pretty accomplished across the board and stuff. He's fairly accomplished in powerlifting, and then he was an Olympian. So you don't even have to necessarily win just being an Olympian.
yeah,
And with Johnny, it's primarily just conditioning. You know, he just needs to come in really, 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 really tight.
yeah,
And hey, I mean, he could do some. He's got the bona fides, and he's just got the brand. Johnny Jackson, if he shows up and stuff, it's something you gotta look out for and stuff. It's just that
yeah,
he's just gotta come in really, really, really tight.
yeah.
And
Like
like I said, and with masters, you don't have to worry so much about being. It really really pays to be well conditioned with the masters.
yeah, and I think that's one thing. I don't know what show this is, but he's lacking here. I believe he did the Chicago Pro and New York Pro last year. I believe not
Well,
100% on that one,
yeah,
but
his last show, I believe he won it.
yeah.
So,
Which
and it
one was
was a
that?
good way for him to. I can't remember which one it was. It was a good way for him to go out and stuff. And I think he played that pretty smart and stuff. He bowed out and stuff while he came up with a pretty impressive win. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but he's lacking the conditioning right here. I mean, that's about it. If he had that conditioning, he's got the size, he's got the look.
Well, but but his upper body tends to overshadow his legs,
You're
and
right.
it's not because of a lack of trying. Okay, that's not the case. Because Johnny trains everything to the hilt. He does
Uh,
not go half ass on anything and stuff, including legs. It's just one of those things to
oh,
where hey, look, it's just one of those things. You
you're
know,
right. Yeah, he's
it's
definitely upper
just
body
his
dominant,
genetic
isn't he?
blue. It's just his genetic blueprint. You
Huh.
know.
Well, there's quite a few female competitors too. I didn't have enough time to go over them. We'll probably add them down a little down the road.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Like I said, this is pretty broad. This covers like a couple of episodes and stuff. And
yeah,
I think the female divisions in physique sports and stuff. Those to me they're a little bit more impressive when it
mhm.
comes to masters and stuff.
I think
So
you're right.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just gonna be this is really exciting. Was it Vince Taylor? He won the most Olympias. It was 5 Olympias, I believe,
Right.
right? Yeah, and he
He
was
would,
that's
yeah, and he would be he's in his 60s now.
uh-huh.
So if they did a 60s Olympia, I'm pretty sure, he would probably come back in. You got Tony Pearson, you got a number of folks, that have not taken their foot off the gas. They're still training and stuff, and they would probably do something like this.
I'll pull him up real quick here.
Sure.
Vince
Yeah,
Taylor.
he's looking, I've seen some recent pics of him. He seems to be looking pretty good.
Well, there he is right there. Yeah. Yeah. He's there he is right there.
I don't know if that is a Masters. Let's see if you can punch up Masters Olympia.
I'm not very good at typing. I chicken pick. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah,
Masters.
These are Olympia picks right here.
Okay. All right. And I think he was in his I don't know if he was in his 40s when he was doing this. Now that the one in the blue,
Uh-huh.
I think that was a recent pick.
The one in the blue was? Okay, I'll go back to there.
Yeah, when he had the blue shirt on. That was a recent pick.
Here? Oh, yeah, that does look recent.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Interview with comeback champion. So he must have started competing again then, yeah?
That's early 90s right there. Yeah, as a matter of fact, he was when Haney had the reins, he was supposed to be the heir apparent. For a while, he was deemed the heir apparent. But
Wow.
as Dorian kind of slammed the door on that one, but
He's got an impressive physique. He's got a tiny waist. Wow.
yeah, but think about it, like I said, a lot of us we don't look like we did back then and stuff. And
Sure.
the thing about Masters bodybuilding, there it is. There it is.
Which
I'm
one?
looking at it right there. He's got there it is, black shirt. He's got a black shirt on and he's doing a selfie.
There we go.
That
Okay.
one. That's Vince Taylor right there.
All right. Wow. How old did you say he
Yeah,
is?
that's the latest Vince Taylor right there.
He's got to be like what,
60.
65?
Huh?
You just say 65 or 60?
Well, I'm saying he's in his 60s now, but that would probably be a 60s look for Vince Taylor. I can see that right now and stuff. So
what are you thinking
yeah,
about him? What's the possibilities of him coming back? That'd be pretty cool, right? I mean, goes.
I think he can probably even come in and tussle with the 50-year-olds, but he would definitely be a front runner in the 60 division. And
At least go in there and guest pose. That would be cool
but,
too.
Huh?
Even guest posing would be cool.
Yeah. So, but I'm just really interested to see where this thing's going to be in about another couple of years and stuff.
I know. Right?
They're probably not going to have a huge turnout, but I think if they do it the way it's already been done back in the States with the Legions, the Masters Legion, that's a huge show. It's all Masters, and with the Masters Nationals, then I think it can be more lucrative,
So,
and so
I mean, as far as the fans, I mean, because that's another thing they're worried about is the fans. I think the fans are on board. It's just is there going to be any profit and money made off of it, and that for the promoters to actually do it, and that's the question.
and like I said, I mean, as far as sports is concerned, I mean, no sport on this planet that I can see of right now can boast a master's class the way physique sports do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I come and I look at these shows and I look at these women and these men, and they're in their 50s and 60s and I'm just shaking my head. Now, I'm standing amongst them too now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like a front runner in my class, and I'm looking around. And I'm just impressed as all get out, man.
Yeah.
And only bodybuilding has that kind of a effect with their master's class that no other sport has.
Yeah,
because it's just so visual.
Yeah,
it's so visual.
And you're right. Even the small shows, when masters get up there, people go crazy. They like seeing that. They like seeing them up there. I mean,
and maybe it's because we have a large, we have an aging population,
Yeah.
And it's just impressive to watch.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, we're gonna have the lineup in April. I think it's April 28th, or am I getting that confused with well, that's Emerald Cup too. I think it's April, somewhere in April anyway. We'll come up with that, get that roster and see who is actually going to show up. I know if you guys are interested on Instagram, Masters Olympia has a page. I follow it, and so you can see the latest news on it. And also, if you go in there and look at the comments, you're going to see people that are ready, that are going to compete, want to compete, or are even going to watch it. There's going to be a lot of people just going in there to watch the show, some IFBB competitors. So
well, I tell you what, if they hadn't had in Romania and they had a 60 division, I was definitely going to go.
I know you would.
I was really, really, really looking forward to it and stuff. And my deal now is, at this point, I mean, I'll be 63. I could probably do this for a few more years and stuff. Am I going to miss the boat or not? I
don't think so, Donnie.
But,
I don't think so.
We'll
I think that might be your last stop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We'll see. But what I'm going to do, like I said, I have 3 shows this year, doing the Worlds again, doing the Legion, and doing the West Coast, and I just want to just represent the 60-year-olds. It's this show I'm doing now. I'm competing against the 50-year-olds, but I'm doing that for sheer pride. And at 60, you can't rest on raw genetics. You know what I mean? Because you've lost a lot of that. But and so my deal is just, I just want to show folks that what you can do at 60. What a 60 physique looks like and stuff. And I guess an elite level 60. But yeah.
I
So
mean,
that
the
is my deal.
consensus is people just don't think of that as a 60-year-old. I mean, you don't look 60 anyway. You look like you're in your early 50s. But I mean, if somebody knew you were 60 years old and they knew he had a physique like that is better than their physique as a 20-year-old, you know what I mean? People just don't look at it that way. And
I think our poster I think our little flyer kind of, it kind of sums that up and stuff, so
I'm glad you brought that up. So we got a flyer, you guys. I'm going to put it on the next video because I don't have it all the way done yet, but it's pretty
no problem.
Cool. Advertising Trainer Confidential. So we got a lot of exciting things coming up too. We're going to have some giveaways coming up. Try to figure out what we want to give away. It'll probably be supplements, or I was thinking shaker cups with Trainer Confidential on it. Something like that. We're gonna have some giveaways. It's gonna be fun. We just want you guys to engage with us. That's all. So I mean, so engage.
We got another announcement we need to make too. It's important to move on your part. We're doing bodybuilding and we're doing men's physique.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Bodybuilding and men's physique.
Classic physique.
That's classic. Yeah, not men's physique. Classic physique. Yes, classic physique. And we're gonna bring that conditioning.
Yep.
Along with the upgrades and stuff, and let's see what happens and stuff. You're kind of like in that hybrid stage right now and stuff, and we kind of stuck with bodybuilding at one point, but now we'll do some classic physique and see what happens.
Yeah, I was kind of excited. It was exciting hearing you say that. You said that to me last week. We're training, and Donnie says, "I'm thinking classic now and bodybuilding." Really? What gave you?
Because, like I said, something. I mean, you can't. You don't always choose the genre. The genre, sometimes the genre chooses you.
That's right.
And you're doing damage. You're moving up the charts and stuff. But I'm looking, and especially on the poster on the flyer that we have, the pose that you're doing. I look at it, and it just came up. It just looks like classic.
Oh, is that what did it? Is that what did it?
That's what did it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That pose right there. That I looked at it from a bodybuilding standpoint. I'm like, yeah, it's good, but look at it classic, and it's like, whoa, okay. Put that lens on, and it just okay. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Sweet. Yeah.
So bodybuilding classic.
You
And
guys
let's see
heard it,
what,
and I forgot to even mention that. I'm glad you brought that up. So yeah, Emerald Cup, I'm doing open or Masters bodybuilding and open and classic physique. So yeah, 2 events. So it's gonna be exciting. So
yes, absolutely.
I know when I first came and seen you and wanted to compete, I didn't really know too much about the divisions
Mhm.
I remember asking you several times. I'm like, you think I should do maybe do classic? Nope, stick with bodybuilding. Stick with bodybuilding. And so I kind of put it out of my head. And in the past I've even brought it up every now and then. Like, what about classic? You know what I mean? But what
Yep.
you're saying makes sense though, because you're right. The division picks you. And as my body changes, well, that's where you got the idea from. So that's pretty cool. That's exciting. So. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up for tonight. You got anything else, Donnie?
That's it. That's it, guy. You'll
Yeah.
do well in both, but I want to see what natural where the winds are blowing and stuff. Okay, the
So
winds may be blowing the way of classic. We don't know. We're
here's
gonna
a
find
quick
out though.
question. Let's just say hypothetically I did well in both of them. Let's just say I made it to Pittsburgh. Let's just say the pro card was on the table. Do I have to choose a division when it comes to that point, or is it just
You can do both.
huh?
You can do both
Oh,
at
you
the
can.
nationals. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Okay.
Oh
Cool.
yeah, you can do both.
Okay. Sweet. Because it's just plain
Yeah.
bodybuilding, IFBB bodybuilder, and that's just what it is. And so you
Yeah.
can.
You
Okay.
can. Yeah. But at the Masters Nationals, you can do bodybuilding and you can do classic.
Okay. Sweet.
Yeah, people. Yeah, they do it all. People do it all. As a matter of fact, you've got people that had multiple pro cards in classic and in bodybuilding.
Oh, that's what I was
Because you only
asking.
really need
Okay.
one.
Okay.
You only really need one, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So if I had my IFBB in bodybuilding and could I go to a show and do classic as a pro, or would it be an
Yeah.
amateur still? Oh, okay.
Flex did. Flex Wheeler did. Remember?
Okay. Huh. That's cool. And you can actually get okay, that's pretty sweet. All right. All right, you guys. We'll see you next week. Donnie, you have a good night.
You too, man.